Good morning, class 11th. Welcome you all in Classroom Notes by Rekha Jain. And today we are going to study the chapter King Tut Saga Continues by A.R. Williams. Dear students, I'll try my best to simplify the chapter with the help of the word meanings. First of all, just understand what does Pharaoh mean here. Actually, Pharaoh is a dynasty, the people of which used to have a mark of snake at their hoods, which you can see in the pic too. Now, let me introduce you with the chapter. The chapter is about the investigation of Egyptian mummy. The last of Pharaoh dynasty was the king Tutankhamun, who died very young, and that too mysteriously, and he died more than 3,300 years ago. Moreover, Egyptians' belief about the life and death is also highlighted here. The chapter reveals the way of investigation twice here, and the difference between these two investigations is also highlighted. Moreover, the chronological order, that means order-wise details of the Pharaoh dynasty are given. Now let's know about the characters in the story. First of all, King Tutankhamun, who is the main character here, protagonist. Then Howard Carter, who was an archaeologist. Jehi Hawass was the Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities. Then author has talked about Ray Johnson also, with the director of University of Chicago Research Center in Luxor. So now let's start understanding the chapter. Here author opens up the chapter in eerie surroundings, that means scary surroundings. A supernatural environment is created by the author. Clouds are called ghostly dust devils. That means a supernatural element is put deliberately, a metaphorical expression is put, and these clouds have surrounded the sky. Cascading here means surrounded. King Tut's mummy was taken from its coffin amidst such surroundings. It is correlated, like taking the mummy of King Tut in eerie surrounding is correlated. Now, this mummy was kept in a rock-cut museum which was 26 feet underground, and this museum is known as the Valley of Kings. First time this mummy was taken, whose mummy? King Tut's mummy was taken in 1922, and then it was investigated by Howard Carter, who was an archaeologist. His investigation was not given importance, it was resented, that means opposed. Why? The reason was it was traditional, because he had just listed the precious things which were found in the coffin, and it was a three-nested coffin, and the outer lid was iconic, that means symbolic. King Tut's face was etched there, and moreover it was gilded, that means covered in gold. When the coffin was opened, precious jewelry including necklace, rings, sheaths, amulets, collars, etc., which were stunningly shining, and other things of daily need like razor, linen, games, clothes, cases of food and wine were found. Why were all these things kept? Because according to the Egyptian belief, all these things guaranteed resurrection, that means rebirth. Now, on investigation, in the first coffin there were garlands of olive leaves, lotus petals, and cornflowers. And these three things, the presence of three things showed that he was buried in the month of March or April. Third coffin contained king's mummy, and at the time of burial, some fluid was poured as a ritual, and later this hardened because it was taken out of it after so many years. No legitimate force could melt this solidified resin. That means Carter tried various forces, like he kept the body with coffin in the sun heat 44 degree Fahrenheit. Still, this solidified resin, hardened resin, could not be melted. As a result, Carter had to chisel the body out of the coffin. Chisel means cut with a chisel. Chisel is a sort of instrument. And then this process damaged the body. How his ribs and his backbone were missing. In his defense, Carter explained that if he hadn't done so, thieves would have circumvented. That means they would have secretly entered into the museum and robbed the coffin out of its precious ornaments. And after making a list of all the funerary precious things, he kept the body again, first on a layer of sand and then in the wooden box. And he concealed all the damaged limbs with a thick padding. Then author talks about the chronological details, that means order-wise details of the Pharaoh dynasty. Now, Tut's father or the grandfather was Amenhotep III, a very powerful ancient king who ruled for 40 years. His son Amenhotep IV succeeded him and brought a very strange period. Why? He destroyed all the temples of Lord Amun. Lord Amun used to be their traditional god, and he promoted the worship of sun disk, that means another god than Amun, and his name was the Aten. He changed his name to Akhenaten, from Amenhotep to Akhenaten, and changed the capital from Thebes to Akhetaten. Now, due to all these activities, Ray Johnson remarked that the ruler had gone wacky. Wacky here means crazy. Then after him came Samir Khakare, but he died very soon, and that too mysteriously. Samir Khakare was succeeded by Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun became very popular, although he was very young, who ruled for 9 years. And why did he become popular? Because he restored all the traditional ways. What traditional ways? Like he restored the worship of Lord Amun and attached Amun to his name to show the regard to Lord Amun. But suddenly he also died, and that too mysteriously, and he died very young. Of all the 600 mummies which were found by the inventory, that means archaeological department, King Tut's mummy was the first to be found and scanned. The author says his mummy was the first to be found and scanned, as in death as in life. Dear students, this means he died so young, as if he was the first to die in his family, and his mummy was the first to be found and scanned. Now, archaeologists are still trying hard to get the cause of his death and life. Then, in 1968, mummy was x-rayed by an anatomy professor. Who is an anatomy professor? Who studies the human body. And when it was x-rayed, its breastbone and front ribs were missing. Whose breastbone and front ribs were missing? King Tut's mummies. And by whom were they damaged? By archaeologist Carter, Howard Carter. Now later, on January 5, 2009, Tut was taken for the third time for CT scans in 3-dimensional images. The scanner was kept in a chamber, and this chamber was at an elevated room, which could be accessed after climbing a ramp first, then stairs, and then finally through hydraulic lift. The scanner's fan stopped working due to the dust, and it was $1 million machine. And when its fan stopped working, some people remarked that it's the curse of the pharaoh that such an expensive machine had gone out of work. Why? Because according to them, pharaoh was disturbed from his rest. But somehow the fan was repaired or replaced, and the body could be scanned. And again it was kept in the coffin. That was its resting place. And Egyptians believe that it is guarded by Osiris. And who is Osiris? The winged goddess of protection. So this is all about the chapter, my dear students. Hope you must have understood, and you will try to know more about the chapter, and I hope you will have a second look of it by re-watching the video. I'll come again with some more questions of the chapter. Till then, bye-bye.